These mirrors are the most challenging large optics ever made. So that's why we're here at this special facility. The Giant Magellan Telescope it's our aspiration to build and 6 of those 7 mirrors are off the axis of symmetry of this 25-meter diameter parent surface. In order to make these off-axis optics, the first thing is you have to cast them into the right shape. So what happens is cool the glass to freeze in this shape. You have to carefully cool it for a few months to anneal out the stresses. When the mirror is cooled, we then cool the glass to freeze in this shape. You have to carefully cool it for a few months to anneal out the stresses. When the mirror is cooled, it's this sort of 20-ton piece of glass, but inside it, it's got another roughly 20 tons of mold material and the silicon carbide bolts and tiles that held it to the ground. They lift it up, they move it over, and then they turn it so now it's hanging vertically. So now you've got this 40 tons of glass and mold material hanging on this frame. And the first thing they want to do is get all that mold material out of there just to lighten the glass. So they go from 40 tons to 20 tons in just a couple of weeks. Then this same lifting fixture is turned face down, and the mirror will sit on that for the next year while we machine the back surface flat, polish it to make sure it's structurally solid. Then there's a long process of processing the blank until we're ready to start polishing the front surface. And it's very difficult to polish because it's a long way from a sphere. So there's a lot of clever optical engineering that went into using fold mirrors and redirection of the beam so we could do an on-axis test for an off-axis mirror. And that final polishing process to get that precise optical shape that differs from the sphere, that takes about 18 months. That'll get us down to nanometer level precision. And then in 2023, we should have the telescope on its concrete pier inside the rotating 22-story building. We'll put those mirrors in the telescope. We'll start to look at the stars for the first time. "22-story building. We'll put those mirrors in the telescope. We'll start.
Cornered by a barn, and he ripped one of the beams out of it and battered them all with it. I don't believe it. Nobody could do that. I swear to God, that's exactly what I heard from that merchant. Fuck. We escaped certain death by the skin of our teeth. Aye, we surely did.
How much do I want for that?
Well, now.
God be with you.
What do you think about Sigismund withdrawing?
It was a stroke of good luck. I know everyone says how clever Sir Divish is and all that, but it was a dangerous situation. That Sigismund is awful, unpredictable. He abducts the king, raids towns, brings foreign mercenaries into the heart of our country. God alone knows what he'll get up to next.
A bit of extra coin never hurt.
Can you tell me who I can buy something from or sell to?
You want Votovar, the fellow that fixes the weir at the Tamburg fish pond. He should be around the granary somewhere. What? Good day to you.
Is there someone here who trades in goods?
Votover is your man. He's the local dealer, a skinny fellow. I saw him by the granary. He'll buy anything that has any value, and he'd sell you his own granny, if he hadn't already sold her long since.
What do you think about Sigismund withdrawing?
It was a stroke of good luck. I know everyone says how clever Sir Divish is and all that, but it was a dangerous situation. That Sigismund is awful, unpredictable. He abducts the king, raids towns, brings foreign mercenaries into the heart of our country. God alone knows what he'll get up to next.
By tomorrow morning, all our heads will be on spikes.
What in God's name are you on about?
I hear that's what them foreign soldiers do, and worse.
Sigismund's visit this morning was pretty alarming, wasn't it?
And no mistake. That army of his is enormous. It's a good thing Sir Divish is such a fine speaker, or they'd have squashed us like bugs.
Can you tell me who I can buy something from or sell to?
Everyone fled here with only what they could carry. But I reckon Vatova, the pond keeper, wouldn't let even Sigismund interrupt his business. I saw him by the granary. You can't miss him. He's skinny as a bulrush. I saw him by the granary. You can't miss him. He's skinny as a bulrush.
God be with you.
What are you doing?
Don't worry, we're safe.
Safe? We'll come out of the woods any time now and slaughter us all.
They won't come back. Go back to the fields tomorrow.
By tomorrow morning, all our heads will be on spikes.
What in God's name are you on about? No buts. Everything will be all right.
I suppose.
My respects to you.
Jesus Christ be praised.
Why did Sigismund burn down Skalitz and then come here too?
That's war for you, lad. Certain lords have resolved to take things into their own hands and eliminate anyone who doesn't share their view. Unfortunately, Sir Radzig is one of those. And what's more, he was sitting on a pile of silver that could help King Wenceslas's allies.
What happened in Kuttenberg?
Gutenberg. Well, I'm just a simple soldier, but the good Lord gave me ears, and I've heard some things from Sir Divish and from those who fled from Sigismund's pillaging.
Were there many?
Indeed, but it was the Kuttenberg mercenaries who came to see me, because I knew them from before.
I see.
Listen, lad, these are all games of the high aristocracy. In Prague, a cabal of nobles rebelled against King Wenceslas, wealthy aristocrats who took against our king for reasons of their own. There's no doubt Sigismund had his fingers in the whole affair, him and Wenceslas's cousin Jobst. And that cabal helped him abduct the king.
So then why did Sigismund attack Kuttenberg?
Why do you think?
So he could loot it?
Correct. King Charles, may God grant him eternal glory, built Prague into a proper royal city, while King Wenceslas took a liking to Kuttenberg. After Prague, it's the most important city in Bohemia, in the entire Holy Roman Empire. He who commands the Kuttenberg silver is king.
So Kuttenberg sided with Wenceslas because he favoured it?
Now you're starting to understand. When Sigismund imprisoned Wenceslas and took control of Prague, the people of Kuttenberg began to raise an army against him. So with the attack on Kuttenberg, Sigismund killed two birds with one stone. He defeated Wenceslas's most powerful allies before they could stand against him, and also gained immense wealth.
Where did these Cumans come from anyway?
I don't know much about them, only what the Chamberlain said, that they came to Hungary from the east and settled there. They're godless barbarians and merciless fighters. The nobles used to say the Hungarian king shouldn't enlist them, because they dishonor our rules of warfare. But when there's power and money to be had, it seems that honor isn't worth my spit. And believe me, it's always about power and money.
So Robard, I need to get to Skalitz.
What would you do there, lad? Sigismund might have left, but the place will be swamped with robber barons, brigands, deserters, and other vermin. And anyway, your lord commanded you to stay here.
So Robard, my parents died there. I can't leave them to be eaten by dogs. What would you do in my place?
Sorry, lad, but I won't take orders. You'll have to wait until everything settles down, and maybe your lord will change his mind.
That's what them foreign soldiers do, and worse.
They do nothing of the sort. Where did you hear that nonsense?
And we have two popes. That's an evil omen.
It's all the same to me who sits on the throne, long as there's law and order in the land.
Then it's better to have Wenceslas. You won't see him marauding.
Is there someone
with
here
foreign
who trades
mercenaries
in
and
goods?
pillaging towns like
Try
Sigismund
Waterval.
has?
He's as thin as a starving hound and
Ever
about
since
as cheerful,
Sigismund conquered
but he can get
Gutenberg,
anything you
can't
want.
even trust
I saw him
common
by the
buildings
local
anymore.
granary.
There's that many brigands roaming around. You never know if you'll come home from the fields alive.
And the nobles are doing nothing about it.
Ah.
Ask him that. You'd think it was a cathedral he was building, always adding fancy bits and decorations. All I want is something to keep that damn cow out.
Did you see them horrible foreign soldiers? Them with the strange clothes and iron masks on their faces. Oh, I saw them. They looked like one cold.
I heard they eat their prisoners and make broth from corpses.
God in heaven. Man-eaters. For Christ's sake, where did he
Did Joachim get that job done for you,
Blood
Tom?
one cold. I heard they eat their prisoners.
Good health to you.
That business with Sigismund turned out well in the end, didn't it?
Aye. That was a good start. Now we need to drive him and his war whores out of Bohemia for good.
And we have 2 popes. That's an evil omen.
Aye. You'll be flipping like Sodom and Gomorrah.
I pray you're wrong.
Jesus Christ be praised.
Is there someone here who trades in...
I don't know. All the Tomburgers fled from the village. When I want something, I go to the local pond keeper. He can usually get you anything. He's over by the granary. But if it's food you want, you're better off going to the cook.
Hey! What the hell are you doing?
The Lord save you. What do you need?
My lady, I hope you weren't unduly distressed by the arrival of Sigismund's army this morning.
Well, it was to be expected. And thanks to God's mercy and my good husband, there was no more bloodshed. But it's something else that distresses me. Maybe my mind deceives me. But I have an evil foreboding.
You, my lady? Surely not. No evil could possibly come to you.
I fear something bigger and worse will come. That Sigismund is only another omen of imminent evil. Of great evil.
I would like to ask your assistance, my lady, if I may be so bold.
What's the matter, lad?
I need to get out of the castle, and your husband is keeping me here by force.
Why, for the love of God, would you want to leave the castle?
My parents are lying in the mud of Skalitz at the mercy of dogs and jackdaws. I can't just leave them there.
That's terrible. May the Lord have mercy on their souls. But how can I help you, Henry? I don't want your death on my conscience.
If I could just get past the guard at the gate somehow.
But you can. If you wear a proper suit of armour, and if he can't see your face, he won't recognise you and he'll let you go.
Good thinking. They'll certainly ask where I'm going.
You could tell them Sir Robard sent you to Ujits, to ask the parish priest how the folk there are faring.
That sounds reasonable. It's rather embarrassing, but if I'm to pay a bribe, I need money, and unfortunately I don't have any.
How would you? Don't worry your head about it. This should be enough.
Thank you, my lady. I will repay you, I swear. And where can I get the armour?
At the armory?
Where's that?
In the gate tower. But the soldiers sleep in other places around the castle too, and you might find armour nearby.
Thank you, my lady. I must go now.
Heaven forbid.
Everything points to it, can't you see?
What the hell was that? Good day to you.
Can we trade?
If you've got the coin.
Can we trade?
If you've got the coin.
Can we do something about the price?
Why not? I'm finished. This is going nowhere.
Hey!
I wouldn't be surprised if we had snow next time. It's always been like that. If it does snow, I just drag the sled down to the barn. You're just mocking me now. Well,
Can we trade?
If you've got the coin.
Let's talk about the price.
Aye.
Agree?
Well now, a little more and we'll shake on it. Tough luck.
Can we trade?
If you've got the coin.
I'd like to discuss the price.
Sure, why not?
Is this enough?
That's not enough.
Since it's you.
Well, a little more and we'll call it a deal.
I'll go for that.
I don't believe it. Nobody could do that.
I swear to God,
Well,
that's
after
exactly
talking
what
to
I
you,
heard from that
I
merchant.
went and had a good look
Fuck.
around my
We
own.
escaped certain death by the skin of our teeth.
sorry.
God bless.
We surely did.
How's that? The roof is only fit for firewood. Half the rafters
Jesus.
are rotting on the north
Look
side.
where
Be
you're
a bit
going.
more careful.
The beetles have riddled them with holes.
Martin.
Are you serious?
God be with you.
What do you think about how the Skalitz folk managed to get away?
Fortune smiled on him, that's for certain. Sigismund must be seething with rage.
It's just a shame Fortune didn't smile on all of them.
Oh, shit. Sorry. And you know Sir Radzig Kobyla?
I wouldn't say I know him. I've seen him a few times. Why do you ask?
He must be a fine lord to take such good care of every one of his serfs.
Surely all the lords do that.
Ah, I could tell you some stories.
About Sir Divish?
Jesus, no. I didn't mean it like that. Just that I heard stories from other soldiers that would make your skin crawl.
I see. That was a tense moment this morning with Sigismund.
Sir Divish handled it masterfully. This is a strong castle. It should stand up to a siege. But Sigismund has an awful lot of soldiers.
Who are those peculiar mercenaries of his?
You mean the Cumans? No one knows much about them, except Sigismund enlisted them somewhere in the east. They're an evil-looking bunch, aren't they?
Not just looking. Do you know where I can buy and sell things?
Well, if it's food you need, go and ask in the kitchen. But if you want something else, I can't help. One of the villagers might know.
Can we trade?
If you've got the coin.
I'd like to discuss the price.
Aye.
Agree?
Well, a little more and we'll call it a deal.
I knew we'd come to an arrangement.
Mark my words.
Heaven forbid.
He was out there
Everything
again
points to
yesterday
it, can't you see?
Staring at the thing and
Plague?
scratching his chin. Freezing winters. Be more useful. Therefore, harder. And now we've armies invading and pillaging. I'll take the old woman with me. We'll have a good time.
Hey, watch it. I'll remember you.
God be with you.
What? What the hell?
My respects to you.
I need to get out of here.
Says who? I've never seen you before in my life. And that's odd, seeing as how you're wearing our colors.
I'm Sir Robar's messenger. He's sending me to Ujits to find out if Sigismund's army has been giving them trouble.
I might believe you if I knew who you were. Who the hell are you?
Maybe a few groschen would keep you from worrying about things that don't concern you.
That's not worth the bollocking I'll get from the old man. But count yourself lucky. At least you won't be going off to get yourself killed.
I need to get out of here.
Says who? I've never seen you before in my life. And that's odd, seeing as how you're wearing our colors.
I'm Sir Robar's messenger. He's sending me to Ujits to find out if Sigismund's army has been giving them trouble.
I might believe you if I knew who you were. Who the hell are you?
I'm Yannick of Malashov. I haven't been here long, but if you had your eyes open, you would have noticed me. Now open the fucking gate, or I'll have to go and get Sir Robard, and you wouldn't want that, would you?
Oh, all right, all right. Hey! Open the gate!
Hey, who's there? Is someone there?
Looks like they've already gone. Jesus.
answer to my prayers. Just bring it on. Take that. Had enough? Yeah. Kunda. Fucking hell.
Sweet Jesus. Here's the charcoal burner. Why would anyone do this? What did these poor souls ever do to them?
Hey. Who's there? You're in the wrong place at the wrong time. Oh, ah! Ugh. What have we got here? Entertainment. Quitting.
He didn't run like me. He died with a sword in his hand. You stood by his side when he did this to you. In the end, you were a hero. You didn't run away. Didn't abandon him like me. Why? Not you. It wasn't supposed to be you, Bianca. I'll find the bastards that did this to you. I'll find them. I swear it. Just wait a moment. I'll take care of my parents, and then I'll come back for you. I won't leave you like this. Why did you do it to me, Father? Why? Why did you leave me? Forgive me. Forgive me for everything. Next time I won't run. I'll never run away again. I'll find the one who did this to you. I remember his face. I'll find him. But first, I have to find the shovel and take care of you. I remember you told me you wanted to lie beside Mother. Here. Under the linden tree. At least I can do that much for you. This is a good place. You're gonna like it here.
Get away, you mutt! Get away, you beast!
What's going on? Zbyszek, what in God's name are you doing?
What do you think I'm doing? Digging turnips? The beast just went for me.
Isn't that Mutt the butcher's? Isn't that body the butcher's?
Yeah, that's him. What's that got to do with anything?
I'd say the poor creature is standing guard over his master. You weren't trying to get to him, were you?
What do you care what I'm doing here? What are you doing here?
I came to bury my parents.
So bury them and leave me be.
Do you know what happened to Teresa from the mill? When I fled, the Cumans wanted to... They meant to violate her, and God knows what else.
No, I don't know. What do I care? They probably raped her and killed her like all the others. Her misfortune. Right now, I've got to take care of myself.
How did you manage to get away?
How do you think? I ran.
Would you lend me that spade? I have to dig a grave, and I can't find another.
What's it worth to you? I see you have a fine sword. I'll gladly trade you my spade for that. How did you come by it anyway?
Fine. I'll take the spade and you can have the sword. You can have it right up your ass.
You think you can talk that way just because you've got a sword?
Bullshit. I don't know much about sword fighting.
Suits me. I'll knock your teeth in then. Shit!
Ow.
Go ahead and gather your strength. You'll need... Yeah.
Fuck! Damn! Verka! Curse it! Yeah!
Oh dear, did that hurt? Yeah. Shit. Jesus Christ! Yeah.
That's right. Turn tail and run, you bastard.
Easy there, boy. You know me. The good master won't be needing this anymore. So, Let's get to it. Damn it all. How am I going to do this?
Do you need some help? Is that him?
Yes. Can't you see the sword? Who are you? What do you want? Is Bishek?
Who do you think we are? Franciscan brothers? We're here to rob you of everything you've got. Especially that fine blade that's of no use to a peasant like you anyway.
Banish the thought. It is my father's sword.
You mean him? I don't think he's going to be needing it anymore. Listen here, boy. You hand over that sword, I might just let you go. If not, you're in for a family reunion you really don't want.
Leave me alone.
Kill him, Runt! Aye! Cut the bastard down! As you like. Could have just cost you a few teeth. Ah! What's the matter? Come on! I told you how it would end. You should have listened to me. This is nice work. The chief is going to like it. It's new, isn't it? And now, for the maiden bloodletting. Surely your father never would have imagined it would be your blood. I believe there's a word for such moments. The old man would certainly know. But I'm just a common killer. Did you help make it? No doubt you did. Such miserable luck. To die by the sword you helped forge.
Hey, go fuckers! The games are over.
Turn! Disperse these rebels!
Itt nem látok. Megjött a mulatság.
Henry, help us! No!
Do you need some help?
There's work to be done. Wake up, Henry. It's past sunrise.
Henry, can you hear me?
Get up, Henry. Wake up. It's a new day.
Henry, can you hear me? Hallelujah. I thought you'd never wake. Were you having a nightmare?
Teresa?
You still have a fever. Uncle won't be pleased, but you'll have to stay in bed.
Where am I? In Skalitz?
We're at my uncle's mill in Rattay. I didn't know where else to go.
What happened?
You don't remember anything? I suppose that's not surprising. I found you in Skalitz after those bandits attacked you. I thought they'd done for you, but you were still breathing. Why in heaven's name did you go back there? It was madness. They slaughtered everyone who didn't run.
My parents, I wanted to bury them. I had to...
Don't worry. I took care of it.
Thank you.
Any good Christian would have done the same. Now sleep. You need your strength back. You're awake.
Good morning.
It's near midnight. You've slept all day.
Oh, I feel like a horse fell on me.
The beating you took was worse. But at least the fever's broken.
How did you manage to save me?
You were lucky. I was in Skalitz and I saw Zbyszek and his thugs. I tried to distract them, but it would have been no use if those soldiers from Tamburg hadn't arrived. They were searching for you and scattered the bandits.
Searching for me?
Yes. Lord Divish sent them, led by Captain Robard. So tell me, why is a lord of such high standing interested in a blacksmith?
Sir Divish promised Sir Radzik he'd look after me. But as for why they should care, I've no idea. What in the world were you doing in Skalitz?
Waiting to die.
What?
They killed my brothers, my family, my friends.
They're all dead?
All of them. Everyone I ever loved. They killed one of my brothers in the mines. After that, what did I have to live for?
Don't say that. There's always hope.
No, there isn't. But it doesn't matter. I'm a different person now.
Oh, I'm exhausted.
I'm not surprised. I'll bring you water and something to eat. In the meantime, rest. You're still very weak. Good morning to you. How's the invalid today?
Ugh, haven't felt as good as this since they lashed me to the wheel and quartered me on the town square.
Got your sense of humour back. You must be better. My uncle will be glad to hear it. I had a job persuading him to let me bring you here. If you'd lain around much longer, he really would have dumped you on the town square. You can stay until you find somewhere else to live, but my uncle will want payment for taking you in and caring for you.
And this is your uncle's house?
We're in Ratay Mill. My uncle's miller Peshek. He took me in, and I talked him into taking care of you too.
I've been lying here long enough.
Uncle will be pleased he's one mouth less to feed. But are you truly well enough?
Well enough to do what has to be done. Where can I find Sir Radzig?
He's in the lower castle in Perkstein. He's a guest of Sir Hanush of Leipa. But someone like you can't just walk up bold as you please and demand an audience.
I know Sir Radzig, and I didn't bring him his sword as I was supposed to. I must see him.
If you insist. But you need to speak to my uncle first. You've been in your sickbed for over a fortnight while he paid the apothecary to tend to you.
I've been lying here 2 weeks. My God.
Better a fortnight in bed than an eternity in the grave. If it weren't for my uncle, you wouldn't be here at all.
I owe you both my life, and I'll repay my debt. You have my word.
All right. But before you go to town, you should eat something. You're still weak. There's food on the table for you.
Hey, youngster, come here.